strumming for the rumba pattern. We also know some of the previous ones, which I will be using a steady one here and then turning into the percussive. Yes, and this will be without the background backing cajon track. There's going to be a link here and in the description, and you can download the MP3 of the whole thing with the guitar and also about 2 minutes of the cajon basic pattern, so you guys can strum along with it. You can use your guitar and just get that little tempo going. I put for you 2 MP3s of the same, but one is slower and one is faster, so you can experiment and play along with it. You can also use media player or any other player to slow it down or speed it up a little bit, so you guys can slowly adapt from slower to faster tempo. Now let's get a little bit closer so we see exactly what's happening. So here we are in the close-up. I hope you guys can see the frets, the strings all the way up, whole, and here, because we're going to be using all of these ones. Now I'm just going to go really quick for the first strumming of the regular rumba pattern before we go for this double hit. And I have 2 more videos available for you guys. You can watch it in more detail and more depth from these videos that I'm going to have for you. The link will also be in the description. And let's get started. Just a little bit of repeat. You can skip this part if you already know the strumming. You go down with your thumb, then up with your thumb. Yes, then the index hits down, the thumb hits up, but we open up the palm, we touch or hit. Then we have a 1, 2, or an optional 1, 2, 3. That's index up, index down, or index up, index down, and up with the thumb. So the first one was with the double hit at the end. The second one was with a triple. Yeah? So let's go for the chords, and then we're going to practice how to do that hit. Now our chords are an easy E7. And you can check that on the web. If you put on Yahoo Images or Google Images E7 guitar chord, you'll find the simplest way is this one. You don't even have to use that pinky, that's more of a blues one. And then the A chord. Most of you might press it with 3 fingers here. Then we go back to the E7, back to the A chord. So that's one time the pattern we will play it on the E7, one time the pattern on the A, and then again E and A. So with our first pattern, to D major chord, then we go to an A chord, then to the E again, and finish right on the A. You can start the whole pattern from the beginning, E, A, E, then D, A, E, to finish it off back to the A. Alright, now let's get to the juicy part. First of all, we're going to learn how to pick this thing out and see what makes it click, and then we're going to try to add the chords with it. I'm not going to teach yet how to put the two together, because that would get more complicated unless you know the second part, which is the double hit rumba strum, a little bit better. So the first things, you want to use the 2 middle fingers to hit right here where the bridge of the guitar is. It has a little bit of a bass sound. You can hit further back on the strings, where the strings are tying here, but that's a different sound. Here it's easier, and even if you hit a little bit of the strings here, because there's so much tension going on there, the sound is still nice and hollow. Then your second hit will be passing the hole all the way to the ends of the fretboard here. When you hit, you should get a wooden sound, also metallic, where the basses are touching the metallic frets. It's very similar to the cajon sound, which the cajon has inside this bass string, and when you hit it, you also hear the vibration on the wood. So these are not the only ways you can hit. You can hit also on the sound hole in here, or and that's the best way I can explain how many variations you have. For my preference is here, then here. That's how we get a good sound. So the 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Now let's imagine we start from the first one here. As you leave your hand away, you want to lift the two fingers up. So hit, lift, hit, lift. That will be your first thing you want to put in. Practice that alone. Now I went up and down with the fingers, the same two. When you twist down, don't leave your thumb up. Bring it down as well, because you're going to want to bring it up for your third and final hit. So you hit here, you come up, you go down, you come up. Now you have an open palm again, so you can do the hit, but instead of back here, you moved all the way to the front and hit right on the guitar bass / nylon strings. Now you can do it on the spot a few times. 1, 2, 3, 1, 1, 2, 3. It's easier not moving the hand up and down, and the guitar stays a little bit more steady. You can try the sound here. Then you can try the sound only here. Mixing these two, you want to start with the triplet. Why? It was easier to teach it starting on the hit, but in your rumba pattern, changing from one to the other, which I've noticed most of the people out there that are asking me, it's how to connect these two patterns. So connecting these two patterns, you would want to start this one from a triple. So start somewhere in front of your sound hole. Then here comes another triplet. Here comes another triplet. Now, in order to get that more rumba sound, you want to think da di da di da 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 di da da di da. And it gives us that feeling. The more secure you feel, you can add up chords. For example, the E major. Hit 1, 2, 3, hit 1, 2, 3, hit. I can't actually say 1, 2, 3 as fast as it's supposed to be played with the fingers. I think the tongue cannot move that fast. So again, you can start from the triple or from the hit. Only for practice reasons though, you start from the hit. The 1, 2, 3 comes from breaking that first pattern we've learned. Now, of course you would want to continue to other chords, but I would suggest figuring out now how to mix from playing the quadruple hit up down, this one, moving to the double hit with the triple in between, the one we just learned. So how do we get there? You want to play your rumba pattern full out. Yeah? And the second time around though, you will go all the way to the hit, and instead of going up, down, you're going to go with the two fingers. Up, down, up, hit. And now you're in the loop of the second pattern. So that's where you can say cut the rumba first pattern to change into the two hit. One last time, and then I will show you how to return into it. happen there? After we go for the hit here, and you want to try a triple here, just like how we learned in the rumba. The first one, 1, 2, 3, and you start the first pattern from the beginning. I hope it's not too confusing, but it's one of the most difficult things that I had to break down, because you do it so fast and you somehow figure out where and when to change where you are in tempo. And again, you can download the MP3s of the Cajon. That will help you stay on beat. And let's do it one more time with the same chord. First we go. You can stay, of course, on the same spot, but that will have to be a turnaround or a llamada, as I say it in Spanish, in order to change what's happening with the music. So I will do it one more time for you guys without the cajon and a little bit medium speed, the whole version of changing the chords, and if it helps you, you can write them down in this part. And here we go. Traffic outside, guys. It's 2:30 in the morning. I don't know that there's still traffic out there in this part of Cyprus, but this is it. This is the double hit flamenco. Many of you requested it, and I think the most important thing in this lesson to take is how to fuse it with the regular rumba pattern, or even a more simple pattern. Together. I would suggest first learn very well the first pattern. Again, the 2 videos that I have, you can go check them out, see it even in more depth and more detail that I explained it here. And after you learn that, you can come back and do the double hit and see how we mix them up together. Guys, thank you for watching. Join us on Facebook on our group. There's thousands of guitar players there having fun, posting their videos and the things they learn how to play and their favorite guitarists. So I hope to see you there. Make sure you comment and rate, and God bless, guys.